Coming up on the 2025 Week 1 edition of Vegas Nation Gameday, the Raiders are shipping up to Foxborough.
What I want these guys to do is play like they're capable, and go out there and play the game that they know how to play, that we've come up to count for them to be and do, and if we do that, we'll be fine.
The Silver and Black are set to begin their 2025 season as head coach Pete Carroll visits an old coaching spot in New England, but there's drama in the wide receiver room with Amari Cooper retiring and Jacoby Myers still awaiting a trade. Let's get you set for Week 1. Vegas Nation Gameday starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Gameday. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Hello and welcome to Vegas Nation Gameday, the Week 1 edition. I'm your host, Dominic Lavoie. So the Raiders are getting set for Sunday's season opener against the Patriots and dealing with some drama. Wide receiver Amari Cooper, the former first-round pick for the Raiders, announcing he's stepping away from the game of football. Cooper signed with the Raiders August 26th of this year, participated in a handful of practices before making the decision. In his first and only media availability with the team, Cooper said he had a lot of juice left and unfinished business in the Silver and Black, but nonetheless, Cooper calls it a career after 5 Pro Bowl selections and more than 10,000 receiving yards in 10 NFL seasons.
The timing wasn't right for him. He didn't feel like he was ready to do it. He gave it a shot, and we gave him a shot, and I have much respect for him making that decision. So wish him the best.
He's a talented player now, but he called Pete this morning, had a good conversation with Pete, and I think he's just done playing. But you could still see the talent was there. But we still have today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday's practice session before we have to finalize who was up and who was down, and we hadn't made any final decisions on was he going to play in the first game or not in the first game. He was training with us and got reps and all those other things, but it was a matter of, usually I think for everybody, you're not making your final 46-man roster or 48-man roster until Saturday anyway, so we hadn't had any discussions. We said we were going to go through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we determined who was up and who was down. So it's unfortunate because I think the world of him. I think he's a heck of a football player. He's had a heck of an NFL career, but he knows in his heart what he wants to do. So I wish him the best. I've always been a big fan of his.
Now to shift our focus to the game itself, we bring in Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore for the Week 1 installment of Vinny's Vision.
For me, here's a couple things that I'm going to be taking a look at. Can the Raiders stop the run? I don't know that the Patriots have a whole lot of weapons. Stephon Diggs obviously has a lot of name. What's the game that's left? So I think Mike Vrabel and the Patriots are going to try to hang their hat on the running game. So it's incumbent on the Raiders to stop that run game and force it into the hands of Drake May behind what is a largely inexperienced offensive line. You got 2 rookies that are starting on the Patriots offensive line. This could be a day for Max Crosby to feast along with the rest of his defensive teammates on the defensive line. Can they get pressure on Drake May? Can they force maybe some bad throws and maybe some turnovers for the Raiders offense? And to me, that's the biggest key of the game. The Raiders were minus 16 in turnovers last year. They turned it over 29 times. They took it away only 13 times. You can't win football games with that kind of a disparity. It's incumbent on the Raiders to go into New England and win the turnover battle. Get 2, don't give it away at all on their end. If they do that, with Geno Smith and the offensive weapons that they have, I actually think that the Raiders can go into New England and come out with a win. But they cannot come back. They will not come back to Las Vegas with a victory if they do not win the turnover battle. I'm Vinny Bonsignore for Vegas Nation.
Now let's keep things rolling by taking a look at some numbers for this week as we tie again Heidi Fang for the hard count.
Thanks, Dom. I'm Heidi Fang, and it's time to dig into the numbers for Sunday's matchup. Raiders, Patriots, Gillette Stadium. By the odds, most sportsbooks have the Raiders win total on the season set at 6.5. To produce a winning record, the team needs to finally get in the win column at Gillette Stadium. A number that could be key in getting that started is 2. That's how many receptions Brock Bowers needs to secure his 18th consecutive game with multiple catches. That would put him in company with Kyle Pitts, Sam Laporta, and Kellen Winslow for the 4th longest streak at the start of a career among NFL tight ends. 2 more numbers for you. 98, of course. The number Mad Max dons. With half a sack recorded, Max Crosby would become one of 3 players in franchise history to reach 60 career sacks. Last number, 32nd. as in the bottom of the NFL. That's where the Raiders were ranked in total rushing yards last season. They'll surely aim to improve upon that with Ashton Genty. I'm Heidi Fang, and those are the numbers.
All right, now we're going to step away so we can all get a quick breather. But when we come back, Todd Dewey joins the show to talk some betting numbers. Plus, we flip the field with Adam Hill to get his takes on the New England Patriots. And we hear from the Raiders players themselves as they share their messages with the fans. You won't want to miss it, so stick around.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
All right, as promised, we're bringing in Todd Dewey to talk some betting numbers for this week's game. So let's go ahead and follow the money.
Sharp bettors and the betting public are backing the Silver and Black over the Patriots, who have dropped from 3.5 to 2.5 point favorites. The total has ticked up from 42 to 44, and the Raiders are plus 125 on the money line. Ashton Genty's rushing yards prop is over under 71.5 for his first NFL game. He is the 5-1 favorite to score the game's first touchdown and minus 125 to score an anytime TD. Geno Smith's passing yards prop is 229.5 for his Raiders debut, and he pays plus 140 to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes. Brock Bowers leads the list of receiving yards props at 65.5 and is plus 170 to score a touchdown. The Raiders defense special teams is plus 525 to score a TD. Pro tips around the Raiders and over. Enjoy the game.
Now we're going to flip the field with Adam Hill, who takes a peek at the New England Patriots.
Hey, it's Adam Hill with your look at the Week 1 opponent, the New England Patriots. New coaching staff comes in, including offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, who is a familiar face to Raiders fans as the former coach. Mike Vrabel, a tough, physical approach to the defensive side of the ball in particular. But on the field, it kind of starts and ends with Drake May, the quarterback, young, developing player, number 3 pick last year. All the arm strength in the world, a ton of athleticism too. Second in the league in scramble yards last year from a quarterback, so he can do it with his feet and his arm. And he's got some new weapons. Stephon Diggs comes in, he's coming off injury, but we'll see how much health he has as an elite number 1 receiver that he was. Can he maintain that? That's a big factor for if the Patriots can be successful on offense. And Travion Henderson, he's listed as the number 3 running back. He's not the number 3 running back. He's going to get the ball a lot in the passing game and the running game. That's what to look for on offense. Defensively, the Vrabel approach is going to be good. They're good up front in the front 7, but they're missing Christian Gonzalez, an all-pro cornerback, one of the best in the league. He was going to be a major factor for this defense. He is not playing as the Raiders, a massive break for this Raiders offense, but the challenge is going to be tough. A pretty evenly matched game in New England to start things off.
And finally, as kickoff approaches, we went around the Raiders locker room this week to get some messages from the players straight to Raider Nation as the season begins. Check it out.
Message to Raider Nation is, man, they got the right one, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out there, give everything I got for 4 quarters, and, hopefully we come out with a win.
We just want to say, man, just support us. And it's been a long journey. The camp has been really fun. Been one of the toughest camps I've been in. So hopefully it translates to Sunday, and we can go out there and just beat them dogs, man. Have fun, man. We trying to get to the black hole. Yes, sir.
Just wearing the silver and black, it's an honor. Growing up watching the Raiders when they came here, it was always a dream to play for them, so it's awesome. So that's the biggest thing for sure, just rocking the silver and black and wearing it with pride.
We're the Raiders. Is a great organization, and people always have things to say about us. This is more than a better opportunity to go out there and prove ourselves, week by week, having that chip on our shoulder, feeling like we have something to prove. And I feel like I have something to prove. I've always been like that my whole life, so going out there excited, and we'll see how this goes.
We're coming out hard, fast, physical, and we're just gonna leave it all out there by the field. Thank y'all guys for being there for us always.
I would just say this, look forward to us playing high effort, intense physical football, right? From down 1 to however long it takes. So I'm excited to kind of show what we've been working on and just play Raider football.
Just to expect that we're going to go there and compete every single game, and all we want to do is win. So just win, baby.
Well, that'll do it here for Vegas Nation Game Day Week 1. Thank you all for tuning in once again and hanging out with us as we get set to start the 2025 season. As always, make sure to stay connected with us on social media at Vegas Nation and on the web at vegasnation.com. Plus, check out the First and 10 post-game podcast to get a quick update from Foxborough. But for now, this is goodbye. Enjoy the action in Week 1, and I'll see you all next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Game Day. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.